Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for round number 7, the last round of the night. RejectsGG versus PogChamp on Cafe. This is 6 Invitational 2020 Open Qualifiers. I'm your caster, Benny, joined by the lovely Jasmine.
You definitely had a little bit of a stutter when you said lovely, so I'm gonna take.
No, I enunciated it. I said lovely, and then I swayed it, and then went Jasmine.
I thought that you were just like the lovely, like you're. I am lovely, okay? Not lovely. I'm lovely. I am lovely. Be confident. I'm lovely.
I was about to say. Anyway, first ban, Nomad off the board. No jump, or there will be jump outs probably.
Yeah, Cafe is a game definitely a map of flanks, a statue gun as well. Nomad being banned off is really good because in Cafe you have a lot of options for flanks. Obviously, you have 3 staircases that lead into the basement, 2 that lead to upstairs, and obviously you have the vaultable bar. So really, anywhere you go, there's always going to be some sort of flank in place, and flanks are a lot more deadly on a map that's so condensed in terms of the floors because this map is a really small map.
Well, it's a big map, but at a small
corners. It's a tall map, but with exactly. That's a good way to put it. As my show is going to be our final ban, and Mira as
the
well.
quarters are very small. You've got the really small rooms. Gunfights are very much in close quarters. There are some definitely long lanes when it comes to cocktail, when it comes to hall, and it comes to, like, bar downstairs or white hall downstairs by freezer. So there are long angles, but there's a lot of small corners, all angles together. So it's a very tall map. It's a very big map.
It is, but like whenever it comes to like pushing upstairs, it becomes pretty small because obviously you only need to take control of upstairs. Whenever it comes to pushing kitchen, the meta right now, at least, and this is only saying right now, is that you don't really need top floor control yet because the most important part of this map is bakery. If you're going to be going for a in most cases just a push, bakery is really important, or a small bakery control, and obviously there's no floor above that. The floor starts in prep. And that's whenever you can kind of have above angles. But right now, the meta, of course, like I said, is just holding the flank instead of completely taking control upstairs. But it's different for every team. So
yeah, it depends how you play it. We'll be going upstairs for our first defense. Bar and cocktail, of course, is one of the preferred sites here on Cafe. And we'll see the members of PogChamp, if you guys don't know those names. And then you also have members of RejectsGG, who we just casted if you were here previously against Okami.
And Rejects don't have, or sorry, not Rejects. PogChamp don't have their 5th, who is a very good fragger, or just really good at this game, honestly. You might know him as Jarvis. I'm not sure if you've heard of that name. But he will be replaced by Pixel, another ex-pro who has had a run and hopefully will be able to help out PogChamp a little bit here. Taking the role of Jarvis is not easy, but we'll see if Pixel can do it.
Exactly. So the first top floor attack we see how RejectsGG can get their way into sight as Thatcher's banned, so that's already one more problem to deal with. Would be probably the mute jammers. There's no other hard breach now besides mute, but either way they're still gonna get their way into sight into freezer somehow, or if they're just gonna maybe go for east side take, which is not very likely.
Yeah, you don't usually see that because in most cases the east side take is gonna be pretty difficult because you're always gonna have control there, so it's not always gonna be like all fun and games. So we'll see Thomas repelling out on the windows, or at least kind of creating some early game pressure, as it seems like most of that defense is going to be oriented towards piano. So you have Trippin and Drip playing in piano. Now Chala, as he rotates in, he's got to be careful because Crusher is on these windows, and soon we'll begin to send a few bullets in through piano.
Yeah, have you seen PogChamp play this side before? They play very aggressive inside of Piano Lounge, or Cigar Lounge, Piano, whatever you call it. They play very aggressive. They held it for as long as possible usually. You don't see many teams do here in Cafe.
Yeah, so we'll see Chala rotate off, and no, speaking of windows, Crusher will take him down. Unfortunately, just getting caught at the wrong time here. Chala will fall, and piano control, as a matter of fact, will just be forfeited as Crusher, he's literally been there the entire round, and he's already been able to find 2 frags. It was a nice refrag attempt here from Pixel, but now piano completely cleared out, and a Mozzie gone. Not a good start here.
Yeah, with 2 members gone, there's actually a lot of leeway for the attack now to spread themselves out and take control of the site. The rest of the members looks like they're mostly on the side of cocktail. It looks like Ghosto is playing in freezer.
And Trippin gonna try and peek onto white to at least try and add some pressure onto the piano players, because you can't really just give them piano and just let them run amok. As Prod on the thatch, or on the thermite rather, hopefully gonna start opening up walls soon, but it doesn't even matter because Thomas is gonna open up the head of Ghost. Frag's just being found here by Rejects, and PogChamp are in a weird position where Drip, who's trying to clutch him, or trying to, you know, clutch on the site and have it under his hand and just make his way, snailing around here and through the rotation.
Snailing around, that's the way to put it. But looks like at this point they're gonna get one kill. Trippin gets one though. He's trapping. He's low HP, but he's docked, so he can heal himself back up. Probably gets the plant the diffuser in the default plant spot. Biologic will take out Drip, and there's a round around corner. He spades to finish him off, man. That's GG's.
It's all over, baby. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Jazzman. I've been casting a penny out of gold. And have a happy Thanksgiving.
And a wonderful Easter.
Christmas. And Hanukkah. And Halloween.
Don't forget 4th of July, if you're American.
Right, 4th of July if you're American.
Don't forget, I guess, when's the Canadian Independence Day?
Canadians have independence? No, I'm kidding, I don't know. I thought there was only North America. Oh, Bastille Day, dummy.
Yeah, Bastille Day, yeah.
What is Canada's Independence Day? God, well, why would you ask?
I was just going along with the flow.
So you're throwing me under the bus, basically.
Oh, dude, I've been throwing under the bus the entire 3 matches. What are you talking about? Or 4.
What do you mean, bro?
I don't know if you consider that first game an actual match because it was a 7-0.
Yeah, well, it was a 7-1.
No, the actual first game we casted?
Yeah, that was a 7-1.
Was it?
Yeah.
That
was 1 round. No, it wasn't. No, it was a 7-1.
Yeah, Lunar won 7 in a row.
No, they did not. They won 6 in a row, and then Wallbangers found another round.
Did they? Oh, no, because they played open area because they're crazy.
Dingus.
Wow. You know, sometimes it happens, sometimes you forget. But either way, we're going back upstairs for our second attempt here for PogChamp. And we'll see exactly if, hopefully Chala doesn't get shot right in the back because he wasn't mindful of the windows where Crusher was. But either way, we're probably going to see them try and take control of Cigar Lounge once more from the side of Biologic.
Yeah, Rejects having a really easy time clearing out Piano there. It was pretty quick and it was pretty easy. And now they will start to go in through Cigar with the sledge opening up the hatch and yada yada analyzation. They're doing basic stuff as they already make their way through. What is that? Wait, what was that view on Thomas? That was weird.
What, Tom?
It was like, I don't know. It was like off to the left. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, because you can't span past the edge of it like this, so it stops right there.
That is weird.
You can go like this, but like it stops. It's like very weird. But anyway, so at this point, it looks like you're gonna see the rest of PogChamp, just kind of not PogChamp, of Rejects just trying to find their way into sight, and Chala's not ready for it. Chala's ready for it.
Yeah, this time Chala's not gonna get shot in the back, and he's gonna play closely to this, but he's got to be careful because soon there's gonna be pressure from the other window as Spades is just getting drone work done, and he'll probably hop on this window if not somebody else.
It looks like this time they brought the castle as well to, you know, stop those line of sights, especially because you have Ghost playing inside of Cigar Shop on his own, and you have Chala playing in Cigar Lounge, so using that castle to deny that sight line as well.
Yeah, Chala's actually rotated off to a bit of a safer position here, and he's gonna leave Ghost all alone inside a Cigar. He is castled off, however, because of the Piano castle barricade, so he's going to be a little bit safer as Splashbangers are coming through and Ghost is going to drop. So quick rotations being made. This time around, PogChamp aren't going to lose players. They're instead just going to give up control and wait for the execute this time around. And just kind of play close, or as close as they can, as Chala, as we see, is playing inside a bathroom near the pixel spot. And Piano control will be secured, but obviously you still have Ghost on the roam, or at least who is on his way back into sight, and you still have Chala playing close to Piano.
So this is it's still roam from Ghost, but either way, the Jaeger will get pinged out by Jacko Crusher, which Jacko on the site isn't the most effective due to the fact that there's not a lot of roamers. Usually most people on site or on the same floor. Usually not as helpful here. But either way, we'll see no kills here, which makes this a lot more difficult because they really can't go for that push because they don't have any kind of advantage in a sense.
They also do have Drip still on the ACOG, who's going to be able to hold that. Who's going to be able to hold the execute back with these angles that he's holding. And I mean, that ACOG is going to be really deadly. No one's playing top Skylight, so it's going to allow Drip to just play there quite safely. Shots going over his head from Thomas and now through the Cocktail Lounge, and he'll have to forfeit the position that was once so advantageous to him. Prod is going to be going for the plant, however, as Bio is going to be able to find Ghost. All of a sudden, sight is falling as Bio will find a second. Well played there to Bio to cover the plant, and not even cover, just do more. As he'll take down 2. Chala's going to fall as well to Crusher, and now Thomas Gonna be peeking over into Cocktail to 5 versus 2, 5 versus 1. Are we looking at a flawless round already? As Drip and through the wall will be Thomas, or through the rotate rather. Oh, it is through the wall. Thomas will be able to find the kill onto Drip. And once again, Rejects gonna have quite the attack. This time, even cleaner. Well played.
Let's start out with, yeah, again, so last time you started out with the 2 kills from Crusher onto Chala and Pixel, but this time it was Bio to get 2 kills from the A window, from the Cocktail window, to get both Ghost and, was it Pixel as well? Or who was it supposed to get killed? I can't remember who it was. Trippin', I think it was Trippin' and Ghost. But either way, able to get rid of 2 of the people anchoring inside of Cocktail was a big start here from Bio. It's a really big thing. Like, they get those first 2 kills, that first kill, and it really head starts that execute here. RejectsGG. So at that point, it seems as though PogChamp are done with trying that site. They're gonna go downstairs to cook kitchen service.
Yeah, so it was a nice attempt there. Those 2 attempts. They did play that a lot better last time because, you know, instead of just giving up piano and just trying to hold it off till the very end, they were able to rotate off and at least try and have some sort of fight inside of site. But then Rejects just had an excellent execute, to be honest. I mean, PogChamp were just caught off guard. Their positioning was kind of off in a way, and Rejects were able to capitalize on that, especially Drip. Drip was kind of confused. He was looking at Skylight, but then he had an open like hole next to him. It was a confusing round, really. PogChamp just getting caught off guard by such a fast execute from Rejects, who were just everywhere. They were on top of everything. You had Bio playing and repelling outside of the east windows, so they couldn't really rotate inside a Cocktail, and then you had the push coming from the west. So it was just a really good 2-pronged attack from Rejects.
Definitely agreed. So we're playing downstairs now, kitchen section, cooking for Rejects now to attack this site. PogChamp see how well they can defend this. They had brought the Kaid along. There's no Thatcher, so these Kaids will need to be destroyed some other way. Which even then, even if you go upstairs and above, I think those vents prevent you from opening even actually.
No.
Yeah, I think those vents prevent you from even destroying it. Let's just use a grenade. I think a grenade can destroy it. You can't shoot.
Well, yeah, you can't shoot. Yeah, you can't. So is that where you placed it?
Yeah, you placed it right below that vent, on that wall.
I thought you could find an angle. I guess you can't.
I don't think you can, unless you throw a grenade. A grenade would probably do it, but I don't think you can actually shoot it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look for it. I don't see it though. I don't think there's a way you can get that off. That sucks. Yeah, but either way, we'll see what they do, because
terrible.
Yeah. We'll see if they can get rid of some of the roamers, because you both have Pixel and Trippin playing above. Trippin on the ERC of Vigil, of course, to deny any drones. I said drones.
Same thing, right? As Thomas being pressured from white stairs, and both those players will rotate off. So yet again, they're kind of, I don't want to say forfeiting just yet, but they are giving up the pressure. They are alleviating the pressure themselves. And they're kind of just rotating off and hopefully taking the fight somewhere else where it's a little bit more advantageous to them, mainly near site or inside of where they already control.
Yeah, that's very great. So it looks like they're trying to take control upstairs so they can use a sledge of Bio to open up the floor, you know, get their way, shoot fish in a barrel, make their way to destroying some of those gadgets on site. As you see, Bio is going to go to work and start opening up the floor. I'm going to get rid of these electric claw on the wall bakery. No, bakery's still not controlled yet. You have Drip right by it and Prep him. He's so by for a second there, but is not able to get a big shot. Doesn't want to give away a position just yet.
Playing inside of Prep. Tripping. He's going to try and catch Spades. Or actually Crusher, sorry. He's going to try and catch Crusher, but instead Crusher will do the opposite. Chala's going to find Spades, however. As he's just playing inside of Dining. Well played there. And Trippin will get healed up as if nothing ever happened. But unfortunately, that gunfight was lost, and 2 stims will go down as well. So,
yeah, walking on the site, seeing all those angles created by Bio, and still down 25 seconds though. That's probably the craziest thing, is 25 seconds left to go.
Yeah, and Prod's just going to drop in almost as an act of desperation, and he will leave the diffuser behind a huge fingerprint. And, well, Pixel going to take down Bio. It's just Crusher in a 1 versus 4, and there's not many options he has here. He still has to deal with his player inside of... Well, he won't be able to do that. He'll deal with the player inside of Reading, but there's still 3 more inside the site. Well played there to PogChamp to win their first defensive round.
So overall, I would say that was coming down to the last 25 seconds, and I don't exactly know if it made time management or just losing kills, but they use a lot of time for Bio to open the floor, but they didn't really get much out of it.
Yeah, and Bio, I mean, I guess just kind of having the holes there is supposed to be the added pressure, but whenever you don't actually play them, I wouldn't say it's useless, but it's not as useful. Like, you know, you could actually be playing above. You could be denying so many rotates that, you know, the defenders were obviously given because you saw, I mean, Chala was just free to run around inside of dining just because he wasn't cleared out. And then Drip was able to play inside of prep because no one was peeking the angles. And everyone else was able to play inside of sight. The Kaid was able to play inside because there's just no pressure that's
Very
coming
true.
from
Yeah.
Anywhere. Like,
They didn't take
even
control.
Bake-
They didn't take control of Bakery. That's one thing to say too. They didn't take control of Bakery. They took all the time on the second floor and never used.
Where
They
did,
took
and
control of
the,
Bakery.
like, I don't even
Dining.
think they pushed. They just dropped down the hatch. I think Prod was the only person to, like, touch the bottom floor that entire round, minus like Garage. Prod wasn't well. He touched the floor. He definitely hit it hard because. No, so.
Either way,
I don't know. It's just like they almost had a. I don't know how to explain this. They almost had a setup, but they didn't know what they were setting up for.
yeah, it's just what like well they were setting up, but they had nobody else really following through in that setup because you can set up upstairs, but you still need to follow through when it comes to setting up for that push on the site actually.
Yeah, and no one was on the bottom floor. Again, there was a little bit of a like freezer. There was a bit of garage play that was immediately shut down by Chala's position.
Yeah, Trippin looks like he's just starting us off by trying to get aggressive here on the windows, but still very good defense off the backs of some mistakes here from RejectsGG. We'll be going to reading and dining for our next site. It's interesting to see if they never are or not able to defend upstairs and they can only defend some of these off sites.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm worried about is the fact that PogChamp like to give up their control a lot in order to save their lives. The first time we saw, whenever it was Piano, it was just a complete slaughter on the first ever round. But whenever they decided to rotate, they rotate way too early instead of even finding a frag. Like last time, the second time around, they just dropped Piano within like about 10 seconds of presence. Thomas, however, is going to be on extremely low HP. I'm not sure how that happened, but
I think it peaked from red. Looks like
possible. And well, I guess it's not a good sign.
Valkyrie of Drip probably did that damage. He can drop down. Prod drops first, getting flashed by his own flash catcher. Oh, C4 to get not a kill. All surprised he didn't get Thomas there, but now they're gonna work on trying to get control upstairs. So Cigar Lounge first.
Thomas able to cover Prod as red stairs is going to be opened up, and that's going to allow for pressure inside of Piano. But no one's exactly playing there, so they're just going to be able to waltz on in with relative ease. And you don't need to play Piano whenever you're holding upstairs and it isn't sight, because in most cases you're able to waste enough time upstairs. As speaking of, half of the round is gone, and the entry is now coming in. Chala will drop down, however, and gift the upstairs yet again, quite relatively quickly. He wasn't even
it's not as quickly as before. It's a minute 20 left.
Not as quickly, but he wasn't shot at all. He didn't really land any shots on anybody. I don't know. It seems like he could have waited longer. But anyway, a minute remains, and Bio gonna start to open things up, hopefully soon with the skeleton key, as the rest just wait for and execute.
Yeah, so this is a bit. It's not like it's not the worst. They did give it up within the first 2 minutes at least, though. So we didn't waste time waiting for the attackers to push in. But Space again from above using that coverage. Actually, not even upstairs. He just pushes through the reading or the doorway towards reading. Gets the first kill on Ghost, who is playing Vision. Now they have upstairs control. Now they're gonna push on the site and make it go for the X kill for plants. But it's actually, bro, Pixel getting aggressive. He gets not. He has to go for that.
No need to get aggressive as Trippin, speaking of aggressive, gonna take down and use the advantage of Thomas's HP to take him down with a single bullet, and here comes the plant. Spade's gonna be covering, but there is Chala sitting nearby, but no, he won't have a head anymore. Drip's gonna push on the site, but he'll secure the diffuser as well. It's a 2 versus 2, and here comes the push. Crusher trying to push in and take down Drip, but instead, it will be Drip to fall, and now it'll be Bio to take down Trippin on the flank. And Rejects. They were definitely strict on time. They lost the diffuser. The flank was unsuccessful, and the site was lost, and then all the players were as well. Rejects will be able to return fire with a round of their own. A very, very disappointing round on Kitchen will be redeemed.
Yeah, so that was a very good, almost a good turning point there from Drip to get to deny the planter of Prod, but then unfortunately he still is being circled on by Crusher, who won that fight with the C70. Then you had Bio on his own upstairs on his own, gets the kill on a Trippin. So it might have been different if maybe Trippin was downstairs with Drip to get that refrag, and then maybe Trip at that point could waste time, but unfortunately he was upstairs. He tries to get the kill onto onto Bio and loses that fight. So we'll be going back to our fireplace in reading for our second try.
And here's the thing. Trippin was put in a position where he was flanking whenever there were like I think was it 4 players or 3 players alive on site? I think it was 4.
It was like 2v4 one. It was 2v4 at the point.
But like whenever Trippin pushed, yeah, it was about a 2v4. So he had the 3 players on site, or at least he had them near site. So he was kind of expecting that to kind of, you know, let that happen, but he has to realize that stuff happens, and he kind of had to move a little bit quicker because he was wasting a lot of time. Wasting a lot of his own time trying to go for that flank, and then unfortunately in the end it really just didn't work out. It led to his demise. I wouldn't say that's 100% his fault, but then again, he definitely has to work a little bit quicker if he's going to be going for a late game flank.
Oh, Strip with a great information with that drone comes by through. He's going to try to destroy the drone, or he's going to run out to destroy the drone, interesting. But his information denied. Good work. Trippin will frag out instead in his place and take out Spades. What a great start here from the defense. One they need, of course, because they're in the back seat right now. This round. That's a new one.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
Spades.
A very old spawn peak. It's been there since, you know, the beginning, and you saw that, you know, there's a little metal sheet that came with the new rework to try and patch that out, but no, wasn't enough to save Spade's life. But
no, I think actually I don't think he was there. Actually, he might have been. Was he at the door? Where was he?
Well, Trippin did run out that door, didn't he?
I don't know if he ran out that door. I think he might have been actually going through the main door because it's opened up at the bottom.
Did he? Whatever happens. I don't know what happened, but anyway, Crusher gonna start to push from underneath. He wants to try and flush out any roamers, but the only really person playing nearby is both Trippin and Pixel. Trippin has rotated downstairs a little bit, and he is going to be holding, I believe, Small Bakery, or at least holding nearby Red Stairs. It is going to be Red Stairs, and
oh, wow.
He's just peeking right into where Crusher is sitting. And Crusher's just playing extremely passively, waiting for anyone who might want to rotate down Brown Stairs. And there is a player nearby. I don't know exactly who that is, but Trippin will fall off of the angle. Now, as slow progress being made here by Rejects, as Pod will be able to open up the train wall. So actually, pretty quick progress being made in the sense of that. And through the wall. He's been staring at that forever. But above the hatch, have they not cleared out up top? As Trippin and Drip each going to find themselves a kill respectively. Trippin on the flank, going into mining, and he will rotate out as he has done his job already. Pixel's going to take down Thomas, and now all of a sudden it's just Bio in a 1 versus 4. Where was the roam clear? And Bio's not going to be able to win the fight against Pixel. PogChamp will be able to respond with a round of their own. What has been so far a pretty attacker-sided game will go possibly.
PogChamp looking to make it 3-3 at the half, but at the same point, it's been a much better defense, but also much sloppier, not to say much sloppier, but some sloppy attacks from them. They already suffered 1 kill in the beginning from Spades by Trippin, so I guess that's kind of the issue in the beginning too with that.
See, that's the thing. It almost looked like, you know, like Rejects had a pretty good push going, but they did not clear anything out. The only person who really had a tiny bit of control was Crusher, and at that point, he didn't really have much control. He only had control of Brown Stairs.
But even then, like, having downstairs control isn't that big of a thing because you can't really.
That too, yeah. No one like. It's downstairs is good for rotations. It's good for rotating from, I don't know, maybe.
Well, you can C4 from below as well, but like, again, if they drone out people downstairs and they're trying to deny that, that makes sense. But there was nobody downstairs in the first place. I don't know who they droned for
exactly.
that kind of push.
And I don't know. And then whenever they needed to clear out top floor, they just didn't. They just ignored it. The hatch was open. I'm not sure what they were betting on, and they got flanked from behind as well. I'm not sure if they were like, "Oh, don't worry, no one's gonna peek that," or "I got it." You know, peeking from bottom to top is not easy. Peeking a hatch from bottom to top is one of the most difficult kills that you can get, because in most cases the attacker or the defender is going to have the advantage because he knows exactly where you are. You don't know what corner that hatch is going to get peeked from, or what corner that person is going to peek you from the hatch. So like, you're just relying on that way too much. That's the only thing I can really assume is what happened. I don't really know exactly what happened, but they just ignored top floor control when it was super crucial.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of weird how they didn't really go for that roam clear upstairs. So whenever they go for that push through train into dining, kind of really not really covering your loose ends and allowing for someone like Drip to be above the hatch to get that kill. So we'll be going downstairs to the kitchen because it's kitchen curves and cooking. This is where PogChamp looking to make it a 3-3 rather than a 4-2 in the favor of the attack of RejectsGG. But at the same point now, we have only 2 members on site actually. There actually are a lot more roamers here from PogChamp.
PogChamp definitely are a roam heavy team. They do enjoy their roamers, and usually they're able to frag out. Speaking of Chala, playing inside a pillar, he's usually a pretty good like linchpin roamer. But he's playing a pretty weird position because everywhere around him are open angles, and right above him is Thomas, as a matter of fact, as Chala is out in the open. So if anyone peeks him, it could be a one gunfight as long as Chala isn't peeking back.
He hasn't been drawn yet,
to
deal with. So
That's
he
true.
has at least that in his favor. Spades is right at the door. I think there is Prod coming from. No, it's Prod. Looks like that's maybe Crusher. Who is that? Actually, somebody's at the other window, far side. Looks like, oh, it's Crusher. Yeah, Crusher at the window as well. Trippin's there in his position, though. At least Trippin can there to help him. But I say that there goes Crusher to drone him out, and then he get the kill through the wall.
Was that through the wall?
What a shot. Yeah, that was through the wall. Definitely the wall.
Well, there was the drone work that we were talking about, and that's yet another angle that Chala had to worry about. Just poor positioning, I believe, as there's so many angles they have to deal with from up above and from your level. Bio, speaking of, a level up above Trippin will take his head off, and now he's just holding the long angles here. Progress, however, needs to be made soon, and here it comes as Thomas is going to start to push up, as well as Spades and Bio eventually going to drop down maybe and open up a few angles. We'll see, as Prod is just holding out Bakery. No one's actually in Bakery, and I'm not sure why he's hesitating right now. I'm not sure if
he's waiting for it. He doesn't want to get cut off.
Yeah, he's waiting for Thomas. Yeah,
he's waiting for Thomas. He's waiting for that team play to get through there. But the big thing is now they have control upstairs. They've gotten rid of roamers. They have the making advantage, and they aren't going to waste time making their way into sight. Last time they wasted way too much time upstairs.
Yeah, now they actually have control of Bakery. They have control of the downstairs as Crusher's made his way down red, and the wall of prep will get opened up, forcing the rotation out. So now it's 5 versus 3. The advantage is on the side of Rejects. But what are they going to do is the question. What is the execute? Bio going to throw a nade down, and well, Pixel's going to be able to take down Crusher as Drip is peeking back on this vertical angle. Bio's nade's not going to be able to find him, so it might just have to be the gun work. Spade's going to be able to take down Pixel, however, so it'll be a refrag, and pushing from behind, he is going to try and pinch here as Tom's going to take down Ghost, and now it's just up to Drip, who will find 2, and he will drop the diffuser as well. This could be really winnable, but he's going to be pushed by 2 sides. Bio pushing in through Small Bakery. He'll find 1! Oh, but so close! It will be Spades instead to win it out.
What could have been a nice Thomas, and then well, of course he didn't know that he was right next to him. It's funny because I actually saw his team was on his screen, or maybe he didn't because as especially or as FOV made a difference. When I saw the running of Spades to his right, and I was gonna say something. I was like, just let it go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was over at that point. But what was, he almost landed his shots. To be completely fair, that was almost.
He did the 180. He could have made the shots if Spades wasn't already on him at that point.
Could have snapped on him, broke the ankles, won the round. But then...
Well, here's the thing. So we know Cafe to be a defense-sided map so far, but RejectsGG on their attack are 4-2 in their favor.
I just feel like, that is interesting. I almost feel like there's like a passive play style, because hear me out. You had Chala, for example, playing inside a pillar. You had Trippin playing inside a 90. What exactly were they doing? Not much. They were just kind of, walking around, just sitting down, just being there, hoping that their presence was enough. So while they have roamers, and while they love to roam, they don't really capitalize on their roam all that much. They just kind of play passively. And
they have in other games, but I feel like in this instance, because they have the Jackal on the board, they have other things. They're being careful to not get tracked, to not be caught out. But at the same point, because of that, they're inactive, they're passive, they can be easily joined out at the same time. And this is a game where we have ex-pros playing here. They're going to join you out. They're going to play that basic Caesar you need to see from team at this level.
Right, and sometimes it is, like you said, it could just be the Jackal, but I don't know. It feels like PogChamp want to hold something. Like, for example, they wanted to hold whenever they were playing, whenever it was a, what am I trying to say here? A reading. Whenever it was reading and dining, they held upstairs, but they didn't really do much. They just kind of sat there, and then eventually they rotated off. They wasted time. I'll give them that. They wasted time, but that's just about it. And it's just an example of what, they've kind of been doing. They've been playing passively, and a bit too passively. You can play passively, but not to the point where you're just doing nothing.
True, yeah, but we'll see them push through first off. Looks like one Jackal Jack's already been hit on one of the players on the second floor. It looks like Ghost here is looking for somebody jumping down the hatch. And the one player on the second floor will be Spades as the Kaid. The C4 in his hand.
He's got the TCSG, the ACOG to his advantage. His Ghost. He's playing close by and
he's trying to electroclaw from below.
Yeah, and that works, and it's crazy. I can't believe that works, and I don't know why it works. I don't know why Kate is so good now. It's too good. Like, actually,
either way,
it's painful.
We'll see if they actually try to roam clear. Ghost is below at the moment. Looks like he's trying to roam clear. Looks like one player has joined the Kaid of Spades. It will be Thomas as well by White Stairs. One extra charge goes off. It does open up into Cigar Lounge, but now they can't really get into Cigar or into Freezer because the fact that the Kaid, the Ledger Claw, is on the second floor, not third floor.
Yep, tripping. Now the Piano is probably going to be going for the Freezer wall, and I mean, it's a minute left. You have to definitely start planning out for your execute. You have smokes on the side of Jackal, so that's going to be pretty helpful. And you have Ghosts underneath that try and kind of roam clear. And oh, geez, this could be really ugly. This could be really ugly, and it is.
He's just sitting there at the top of the. He's sitting there at the top of the.
In a little nest. He'll just take down Ghosts.
Top of the bookcase is waiting for him. At this point, Thomas is trying to deny the push into Whitehall along with Bio. We're coming down to the last 44 seconds. Not a lot really going on. Seems as though PogChamp are definitely forgetting it. And there's a kill for Bio. Thomas then tags on the Pixel. And now coming in the last 30 seconds, they're going to get aggressive. They're going to find the last few kills. Thomas is looking for one. Bio's looking for another, but it looks like Bio will be able to get that. Thomas can't do it because Thomas is dead. Chala does finish up Bio instead, actually. So now it's a 2v3. Could we come back here for PogChamp with a shotgun around the corner and Freezer? It's going to be Prod with a shotgun, but it doesn't matter. From the other side, it looks like that was probably Crusher, and Prod finishes off Chala and Trippin, and wow, great shots from Prod and RejectsGG. They're one round from match point.
You definitely kind of saw the degradation of PogChamp's control. They lost piano control for a short time, and then they got it back whenever the Jaeger was killed out because the mute rotated. And it was interesting that they weren't able, they weren't really able to keep a grip on what they were doing. Ghost was underneath. He didn't really, I guess he didn't drone, or he just expected it to be clear because, like, why would, I guess the mindset was, why would somebody be inside of reading? Like, that's not really.
Why would somebody be on top of the bookshelf?
Why would somebody be on top of the bookshelf? That too. But, they lost control pretty easily of piano, for example. And then they started to kind of get pushed back into Cigar, where they were forced to funnel right into the waiting arms of the smoke. It was just a really good push in general. It was a really good pinch. You thought that the attackers kind of had control of piano, but that was really it. That's all they really had control of, and they were able to be pinched out of that.
Very true, yeah. This is like they had control of piano, but then, they had to push around because they're trying to go for an execute, and you can't get the wall open in Freezer. So at that point, what you have to go around. You have to figure out where you can go from, go around the new hatch, push into bar or cocktail or the bar. And at that point, you allowed for the defenders to push from Whitehall back into Cigar Lounge and make that aggressive play. Though Thomas and Bao did get killed for that aggression, it still didn't matter because already it was a 5v3 at that point anyway.
Yeah, it was a 5v3
or 5v2.
It was a 4v2 because that's whenever. Yeah, it was a 4v2, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter at that point. It was a 4v2 at that point. You lose 2 members, it makes it a 2v2, 3v2, and there's not much you can come back from that point. Time is running out. So we'll be going downstairs to kitchen service, kitchen cooking. Prod playing as the Echo inside a bakery with a spoilable shield. You got Crusher with a rotation over towards the Freezer into the hall of Garage, and Thomas playing aggressive. Actually, I'm not sure if there's anybody above though. It's like, oh, it looks like Spades is. Spades is over the stairs.
Prod always gonna try and challenge this upside down repel, and fragging Echo definitely becoming quite the trend in these invitational quals. He's gonna try and peek onto the upside down repeller.
This is where a Capital would be really nice.
The Capital would definitely be helpful. Nades would be helpful, but there are no nades being brought. No soft destruction, or no dedicated soft destruction. Is speaking of destruction, the shield will fall and Ghost will destroy the head of Spades. A nice roam clear already done. I guess that was their only roamer. Oh, you know what? No.
Probably just trying to leave. He's just like, I'm out.
Thomas possibly coming up brown stairs. I can't tell if he's in brown stairs or if he's in heaven. No,
but he's finding one. He doesn't know where he is. There's no information.
No, Thomas.
There's no information.
Thomas,
Ghost
please.
is gonna lose. Ghost is gonna win this. Ghost is gonna win this. I knew it.
Oh. No, Ghost.
I told you Ghost was gonna win that. Oh, and the Pixel gets prod as well. Wow, this defense fell apart.
Yeah, all the roamers going to be shut down. Even a site player in the Echo going to be shut down. And now A control is being held. And Bio on the roaming smoke is going to be the lone man to try and clutch this out. We've seen Bio do this time and time again.
Yeah, nope.
And it really ends up with the same result. He will get finished off, and it'll be a flawless round from PogChamp, as he will try and start to find their attacks there. Really well played there, easily taking control of everything they needed. Taking a lot of ones. Interestingly, there was a lot of ones being thrown at them.
There's a lot of aggression there from
a lot, and a lot of unnecessary aggression too. I can understand like a flank or something. I can understand that, but whenever you have a site player like an Echo trying to find a frag and trying to be the hero of the team, I don't know. It just seems kind of risky, especially because
I don't know if Prado was being aggressive or he just got caught off guard, but he was playing red stairs. I think he jumped down to try and deal with Ghost. He jumped to the window, lost the fight, and then Ghost wins the fight against Thomas because Thomas was unaware of actually where he was.
And Intel's been an intriguing problem too. You'd think that, you know, they would be droning their way in. Spade is a pretty flexible player, you know, given really any operator to do well. But anyway, Intel has just been so defender sided because there's not a lot of drone work happening, especially whenever you have a solo like lurking attacker who's trying to, you know, make his way and trying to find the fraggers. The trend has been that he hasn't joined himself in, mainly Ghost. I think I didn't want to like discredit him because he was able to find the frag onto Jaeger that time around, but I mean they were next to each other without even knowing it. And obviously Ghost got killed off by the Cade. I don't know if there's no one joining him in or if that's his responsibility and he's not doing it. Whoever's responsibility it is, there's just no drone work on that flank hunt, on the roam hunt.
Well, this time we have a lot of different defenses. There's nobody actually droning or actually guarding Bakery, so this allows for, you know, PogChamp just walk in.
Valkyrie camera will get spotted out by Ghost as well. A nice spot, but obviously with an IQ Valkyrie, it's pretty easy to counter as already prep going to be opened up here. Ghost going to make his way in with a pistol in hand, trying to act tough and quick draw somebody, but gotta be careful with that.
Well, at this point, this is where they need to take control upstairs so they can deny, you know, the ban tricking or the bans in general of Prod. One player pinged outside upstairs will be the Valkyrie of Spades, who's on the room once more. So if you guys didn't know, you can only ping twice now because of the nerf or balance to Jackal. So because those are old footsteps, they only do like 1 or 2 pings, which is really nice actually.
Pretty cool, as we will see Spades taking quite a heat of damage here. He will be Crusher actually to finish off Pixel, and Thomas going to take down Ghost. So now Bakery Wall actually going to get opened up here by not by Chala, by Trippin. Yeah, but Twitch Runner Chala and Trippin going to be able to open that up. That's going to add a lot of pressure here. Spade's going to try and add his own into Bakery as he is sitting inside a small Bakery to try and help out Prod to at least have some sort of crossfire going, because Sight surely going to be in the hands of the attackers with the angles that they have. Still have 4 players alive on the defense though. However, 2 of them are flashed and all disoriented. Thomas is going to try and take this gunfight here as he's trying to help out Spades playing underneath the red stairs. Pixel's going to start to make his way in. Trippin will take down Prod, and this execute coming down here. We got to be careful of the flank. Pixel
there,
trying to find them.
Spades, but no, Spades is dead. Thomas gets one of the Trippin though. Chala Trippin. So now it's just Thomas and Bio on site, but the plant is down. So now it has to be retake. 2v2 retake.
So small Bakery to worry about, and there comes Thomas just waiting. He's going to be going for the swing, and it will be Pixel to fall. Amazing shot from Thomas. Just dropped by LG, but he's making a performance here on the 6th Invitational Quals.
He's going to cover for it.
He has to worry about the diffuser, but Thomas will find a second. And we're match point here.
And now match point for RejectsGG as they're able to get that diffuser. Well, more than anything too, especially was they're able to get the wall open, but they lost so many members in that execute or that push.
Yeah, I would say so. They didn't even have that bad positioning. It was just the flanks that were really catching them off guard. Nobody was watching them at all, or they kind of just had light control of it. It's like, oh, I'll watch the doorway, instead of kind of just pushing themselves in and almost not allowing for any rotations. There's just a lot of easy rotations from the side of the defense. It was just really fluid.
For that round really too, like you think that like Jackal's nice, but like a Nomad or a Gridlock would be nice. Either rotation.
That's true. You could use intel instead of just having a player peek. That's very possible, and I feel like it's just a general trend in terms of PogChamp's team. Like even on defense, their like control is not really
The name of the game.
yeah for them because they kind of squish themselves up. They squish themselves up inside a cigar lounge that last round. You saw literally 2 players walk into piano last time we were upstairs. And now it was Bakery. Bakery was the only like really piece of control
It's what
that
they already needed, especially after denying it with Twitch drone to get into sight. Like it's not like that was a problem. The problem was they didn't deny the rotations into that into that territory that they control. That's the big thing right there. Is they don't deny any of their Jason. Again, that's where maybe no matter good luck could be decent. But overall, you could always just watch it too.
and whenever you stack up players, that's what happens is that you don't really have a good grip. You know, the world around you just seems so small because oh, we have control of this and we'll just be able to watch flank. But in general, the rotations are just happening all around you and there's nothing you can really say about it. The only say that you get is whenever somebody actually pushes you and then you just take a one-on-one gunfight unless you're holding a more advantageous angle. In most cases, it's just a 1 versus 1. And that's it.
True, but I think there were a lot of angles that they actually did lose in that too, even with the ACOGs.
That's true. That kill onto Thomas, I feel like kind of just wide swinging, because the ACOG placement was close to the door. He was expecting a little bit of a slow peek, but Thomas just kind of swung.
Yeah, swung wide peaks at that point and expected. So it's like I would say yes, it was they crunched together, but it was more I would say it's like half. Where yes, taking more territory would have helped them, and also just losing those gunfights though also.
And it's not even a lot of territory. It's just small Bakery. That could have been a new world for them. They could have just held everything down. But unfortunately, it is a new round here, and it is
Ghost. Just gonna walk in.
Well, PogChamp is at the disadvantage of this game, but not this round, as they will be able to take down Thomas, who has been quite a fragger here for
Is he quite a fragger actually? Or was he?
Oh,
Was he just
Spades.
in?
Spades is
Oh,
actually.
no, he's just on site. Oh no, so yeah, Spades is below. Looks like.
I'm not sure if he has a C4 or not, but you do see Pixel playing, and yeah, the pings are coming out. This is definitely going to be Spades trying to find a C4 kill or even a kill through the hatches. That angle has been around for so long, and it's still here. It's interesting to see the development, but also the steadiness of Cafe and how it's changed
Yeah.
or not changed.
I still think you might be able to find if someone peeks that doorway into bar, but at the same point, they still need to deal with prod or bio. Is that prod or bio? I think it's bio actually. Bio in the corner of the shotgun. And there's a C4 from Spades to take out Trippin. Good start. That's a good trade right there to get rid of the thermite. Actually, well, that's a huge one.
And Bio's gonna try and rotate back into way. He's gotta be careful though, as he will take down Ghost. Huge kill here onto the IQ. That is going to relieve Crusher, as he is going to be able to run around with those Echo drones quite safely. But Intel still being read by PogChamp, but obviously they gotta be extremely careful. As yet again, we're back into the same exact game where it's PogChamp are stuck. They're pinched inside of Piano and Cigar.
No, the
What
big
do you
thing was
do
they
at this
couldn't get
point?
the Etcher Claws off, and
That too, and they couldn't even open up the wall, even though you have Chala
Chip
on
is
the
dead.
Twitch, and
Yep,
Crusher's
Chip
gonna
is
take
dead.
down Drip.
yep. No, unfortunately, they didn't really able to get their way, make their way into Freezer, and so they're kind of an impasse here. When we're trying to go through Bar or go through White Hall, but there's a long angles, and there's someone playing aggressive. It'll be prod to get the Pixel with the headshot, the SB11, and now down to a 1v4, just Chala with the F2. Guns you probably want to see, but still 1v2, 1v4.
Only 25 bullets, so really only able to take 1 or 2 gunfights with this, and he has to take 4, as a matter of fact, and it's almost all over. All the angles around him are open. There's really no way he can win this. Won't even win the gunfight against the Smoke, as Rejects are going to be able to take the 7-3. What we thought could have been a close game, unfortunately wasn't. So really well played there. Unfortunately, it just didn't seem like PogChamp really had the control game down all that much, as they lost control really, really easily. Well played there to Rejects to have their own control and gather that and peek the angles and break control.
Yeah,
In general, Rejects
break
just played
control
a
is a
lot
big
more.
thing too. Is the fact that like they had control of Lounge, but they still lost members. C4, especially 2 on Trippin, was the worst part too because you lose Bar Breacher.
Of course, and it's an unfortunate way to see them go down. Such an experienced team having a simple problem of just control. But obviously, it comes with kind of having a new team. This team kind of just forming ahead of the Six Invitational qualifier, and this is not it for them. They are just still very promising during these qualifiers, so it's not
Definitely.
all over yet. So hopefully, we'll be able to see them have a little bit more success, but not tonight.
I think
as
they
it's
still make it
the-
either way into the close qualifiers. You know, I'm pretty
Oh
sure
yeah,
it's RejectsGG who want to make it in. Unfortunately, if you guys know, so you're like run it back, but there's an app behind them. They can't make it anymore. They lost 3 rounds already. They're out. I think
yeah.
rejects are 6-5-1 or something like this, or 6-1 at next point. Let me check. So RejectsGG are now 6-1 in the lead. Unless Katsu win their game, which I think they might. If Katsu win their game, they're ahead of RejectsGG. But RejectsGG right now are in first place after that win. They're looking to win it all out and make it way into qualifiers. But either way, guys, that's our last game of the night. That is round 7. There'll be 2 more games tomorrow because of the issue on Friday where they couldn't do 2 more games due to website issue. So tomorrow will be round 8 and 9 again at 7 p.m. EST. Again, I've been caster Benny out with the co-caster Jazzman.
Have a good one.
Have a good night.